Still Army, DeAndreX7 here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Journeys Hot Take Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing episodes 41 all the way to episode 50. Now, for those of you who don't know how these hot take reviews work, basically what I do is for every 10 episodes of Pokemon Journeys, I will give a quick summary of each episode, and after that I'll rank them from 1 to 10 after the hot take review. So before we actually start off this whole hot take thing, let me give you guys an explanation of my rankings here, or the meanings of the ratings. So from 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. So of course, let's start from 1 through 10. 1 means it was a disaster, 2 means it was terrible, 3 means it was bad, 4 means it was subpar, 5 meaning it was average, and by average I mean it was neither good, like it wasn't good but it wasn't terrible. 6 means it was solid, meaning while there were some problems, there was enough for, it was enough to like of the episode. 7 means it was good, 8 means it was great, 9 means it was excellent, and 10 means it was perfect, nothing wrong with the episode, complete masterpiece. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get right to the review. So first up in our list, we have episode 41, The Great Pikachu Dubbing Operation and Half a Marshtomp. This was Pokemon Journey's second 2-in-1 special where Meowth got sick, so Jesse and James had to try and dub what Pikachu was saying. And this was also the episode where, in the second half, Ash and Go tried to save a Marshtomp from the dried up ground. This was an episode that one is probably going to either enjoy or dislike, reckoning on their taste and humor, with a more character-based bent compared to the zany energy of the first attempt at it. While the last half is an overall stronger showing than the first, the episode succeeds in being harmless fun, and if it is a framework the show plans to use further for one-off silly stories, I'd not be against it. I'm gonna give this episode a 5 out of 10. Next up we have episode 42, Sword and Shield Part 1, Slumbering Weld. This was the episode where Ash and Go return to Galar, and it's also the episode where Ash and Go encounter Zacian and Zamazenta for the first time. This was a solid opener for this 4-parter that sets most of what we wanted to nicely, slotting Ash and Go in their respective roles, introducing our villains, and showing what the immediate threat is like. While the animation does leave something to be desired, and there have been some minor pacing and musical choice issues, the writing is on point for a good little arc straight away, and it relies on the following few episodes to work out how the arc progresses. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Next up we have episode 33, Sword and Shield Part 2, The Darkest Day. So this is the episode where basically everything kind of gets set up so the Darkest Day can start. I don't know how else to explain it, but this was a good exposition episode that tells us all we'd like to grasp about the Galar legend, on top of allowing us to see a bit more of Sonia and Chairman Rose, and adapting some important bits of Sword and Shield more smoothly than the games did, thanks particularly to the marginally more villainous take on Rose, and a solid continuation for the prior setup. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Next up we have episode 44, Sword and Shield Part 3, Eternatus. This is the episode where Eternatus breaks out of the energy plant core, starting the Darkest Day. This was a transitional episode that keeps the ball rolling well narratively, even with some quibbles, working to mend some problems with the source material while bringing everything in place for a final action-based finale. This was an episode that's ultimately good to scrub up the remaining bits of exposition and development, leaving only the finale of the following episode to stick the landing with. So, just like episode 43, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Next up we have Sword and Shield Part 4, The Ultimate Sword and Shield. This is the episode where Ash's Riolu evolves into Lucario, Go's Rabu evolves into Cinderace, Ash and Go defeat Eternatus with the help of Zacian and Zamazenta, and Go catches Eternatus, ending the darkest day, while also leaving Eternatus sealed in a safe underground somewhere in Galar. This was a good, if not perfect, closure for the arc that manages to shut everything satisfactorily enough, even with some spotlight issues with Raihan, some compressed battles, pointless Team Rocket usage, and still not too stellar animation, providing two pretty fun evolutions for our heroes that managed to feel earned and leaving the door just open enough for a possible continuation, albeit we'll need to see the subsequent episodes to actually understand what proportion of an impact this arc will have on Journey's future. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Next up we have episode 46, Battle and Catch, the revival of Mewtwo. So this is the episode where Go catches a Mankey and a Krabby, and he also tries to catch a Gyarados but fails. Ash meets the Mewtwo from Mewtwo Strikes Back again while Go meets it for the first time, and Ash and Go battle said Mewtwo and lose. This was an episode that works nicely as a kind of unofficial quote-unquote Season 2 opener for Journeys, re-establishing our heroes, who they are, and their determination to succeed in their dreams while making good, fitting usage of the first movie's Mewtwo in an exceedingly good return role that dovetails nicely within the show's aims, on top of giving us nice usage of Go's minor Pokemon and a small but useful update on Chloe. Probably one among the higher efforts of Journeys to this point. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Next up we have episode 47, Pokemon Champion, The Battle of Big Eaters. This is the episode where Ghost Squavit is revealed to know Bullet Seed. Squavit also evolves into a Greedent, and Go wins the Pokemon eating contest, thus earning a free trip to Unova as a prize. So this was an episode that mostly goes for lighthearted fun to offer us some spotlight on Morpeko, and specifically Squavit to guide to the latter's evolution into Greedent, treating the tournament as a platform for funny moments by highlighting how serious it's taken, and giving Krissa, best girl by the way, just a small amount more depth on top of giving Team Rocket some time to shine as a character alongside highlighting Go's cleverness. This was an ultimately cute, harmless little episode that may be entertaining if taken the proper way. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. Next up we have episode 48, A Close Call with Practically Pikachu. This is the episode where Ash and Go visit Unova again as part of Go's Pokemon eating contest prize. This was an episode that, despite underutilizing the Castelia City setting, some lackluster animation, and a rather overused gag, finally ends up being a decently enjoyable time to offer us a decent look at the connection between Ash's and Go's ace Pokemon. Definitely a pleasant episode with the proper mindset, even if hardly a must-watch one. Next up we have episode 49, Chloe and the Mysterious Eevee. This is the episode where Chloe catches an Eevee, making it her first personally owned Pokemon, and it's also the episode where Chloe receives a Rotom phone from Professor Cerise. This was an episode that, despite a messy and disjointed middle part and maybe a bit too much passivity within the final one, still manages to be a competent and enjoyable introduction for Eevee and a solid start for Chloe within the world of Pokemon training. It'll depend upon the long run how her story unfolds, but for now, things are set up pretty well for the time being. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. And last but not least, we have episode 50, Galar Fossils, Stick 'em Together. So this is the episode where Ash and Go visit Galar again while Chloe visits the region for the first time. Go catches a Boldore and an Arctozolt, and Ash catches a Dracovish. So this was an episode that, while having some good elements like solid scenes focused on Chloe's debut as a research fellow, some cute nods to the Sword and Shield games, and an amusing portrayal of how the infamous mismatched fossils of Galar ended up coming into existence, ultimately is marred by some issues between only debuting the titular Pokemon within the second half of the episode and further dividing the main focus on separating them, with the unfortunate side effect of not giving us much focus on developing the newly founded trio. Nothing that's ultimately unfixable going forward, and still quite enjoyable overall, but an episode that winds up feeling merely alright instead of great as a result. So, unfortunately, as much as I love the moments in this episode with Ash and Dracovish, I'm going to have to give this one a 6 out of 10. And that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure you guys smack that like button. Thank you all for watching, and if you guys want more videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button and also ring that bell. It's 100% free, I promise you, and be sure to check out all of my other content. But until then, thank you all for watching, love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. DeAndreX7 out. That's not my intro anymore. Only good, chill army.